the Harlem Shake.
Charlie Sheen has got to be on drugs again.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off and your children will weep.
During the past few years, many famous stars went out of control, setting a bad example for students.
Turbulence!
Drinking is always popular. It's an age-old popular. I mean, you know, kids drink. I mean, they drink on the weekends. They drink when they can. You know, it's easy to get a hold of alcohol, beer for sure.
How were the drugs and partying when you attended Prospect?
I think they got worse over the years, but they were not as bad as other schools.
Something unique about Prospect was night games, where students competed against other grades. In 2012, night games got way out of control.
Well, I guess things turned for the worse when Miss Warren, now Miss Stoles, hurt her shoulder severely, or her rotator cuff, something like that. But I thought that the student body, yes, we got into some arguments amongst the grades, but I didn't think it was too severe. I mean, I didn't think it was anything big. It's just a normal, seniors versus everyone else. So.
Senior Nikki Canonico had a different story to tell.
I was pissed because I don't think it was our fault, and because it was a tradition, and that was the part of the year that our whole class actually got together and and worked together and liked each other.
Sadly, following the out-of-control behavior at night games 2012, they were canceled forever.
I was so mad. I was so ticked. I mean, I'd never been so furious because night games as a senior was one of the biggest things. I was looking forward to of homecoming week, and when I found out we weren't allowed to participate in night games, I was just devastated.
Although night games was canceled, students were able to find ways to have fun at school events. The U was now revived.
The purpose of creating the U was an attempt to try to get more students involved in the building, involved in the athletic activities, an attempt to try to rally the student body around what was highly successful in terms of our athletic events, and trying to get more people to take pride in their school, which has always existed but had waned for a period of time, and that was really the original intent.
What was it like to be part of the U?
Oh, it was fun. I mean, I only actually participated with it during basketball season since I played football and baseball. But I mean, it was awesome when they came out and helped support us during football games and everything. So you had to return the favor. Obviously, you had friends playing for the basketball team. Definitely a great feel, especially with themes. You gotta be crazy. Yeah. There are limitations, but it's fun.
While students supported the U at Prospect, the community rallied around Prospect by fundraising, attending games, and building a new turf field. However, not all of the support ended well. Prospect's lip dub was criticized publicly on Bleacher Report for how bad it was. Despite the criticism, the lip dub still brought support to Prospect. And much like this support at Prospect, the people of Boston as well as the rest of America rallied around the city following the Boston Marathon bombing.
maximum impact. Just before 2:50 p.m., this is the viewpoint seen by many of the 26,000 marathon runners who are approaching the finish line.
Prospect teacher Martha Kelly had finished the marathon only a few minutes before the bombs went off.
I think, a small part of me thought, oh yeah, I think that was a bomb. But I'm like, no, it's just, that only happens in movies, there's no way. It was just a subway. So, I just keep walking, and nobody is panicking. People are eating, people are sitting on the streets, putting new shoes on, putting clothes on, talking, chit-chatting, all that stuff.
The Boston Marathon bombing was not the only devastating event that current students remembered. The Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting was another tragedy.
Right here in Newtown, Connecticut, the site today of a mass shooting, and this time, gunfire aimed at elementary school children.
When I first heard about Sandy Hook, I was just distraught, completely distraught, but thankfully at Prospect they really worked hard to beef up the security and make it just a much safer environment.
Although America suffered from all these tragedies, America felt closure when Osama bin Laden was killed by SEAL Team 6.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda.
When Osama bin Laden was killed, many Prospect students and people across America heard the news on a fairly new social media network called Twitter. Students at Prospect were getting access to Twitter from desktop computers and laptops, but when Prospect began distributing iPads for learning purposes, Twitter exploded into a new hot trend.
I loved having the iPads for Spanish 4 and Spanish 2 because it's a great way for the kids to have access immediately to authentic resources.
While iPads in Prospect were a new shift of traditional learning, another big change in tradition was going on in Illinois and throughout the nation. Traditional marriage began to change with the new laws allowing gay marriage. Illinois became the 13th state in the U.S. to allow gays to get married.
It was awesome because in the fall we actually had somebody come and speak to our GSA for equal rights, marriage equal rights here. So one of the people that was fighting at the state level came and spoke to our students about the law, the regulations, what they're fighting for, and some of our students actually helped with that campaign.
At Prospect, a new club has recently been added called the GSA, the Gay Straight Alliance.
There was a large percentage of need, so we created the group, and since then we've had a lot of students that have joined the group, not just lesbian or gay, straight, to help them advocate for, just human rights, equal rights.
We are all equal individuals and capable of big things. Being Prospect students has opened doors for all of us to go on to achieve greatness. The experiences we have had at Prospect make us unique, but we are all linked together by our school. We are Prospect. Thanks for the memories, Block and Mir.